And then what they want to do is they want to be in your company, or they'll turn around and say, you know what, you were lucky. No, you weren't lucky. You just changed your vision, which I've said before on posts talking about vision and what vision is. It's about being creative. It's about seeing things. It's about having foresight. It's about going forward and seeing exactly what you can do with your vision and being creative. So people are always going to be that way in their mind to say, you know what, it's silly. What you're doing, you've got no chance of that. You've got no chance. The market's too crowded, or it just won't happen for you. But who are you going to prove wrong? Is it yourself? Or are you going to be proving them wrong? Or is it a bit of both? Who's it that you actually want to be the best for, them or you? Don't worry about impressing nobody else just because they want you to go out and sit down and do nothing and have just basically the conversations that you've been having for the last 6, 7, 8, 9 years, the same thing, but just a different day. Or more than not, it's normally the same day anyhow, because normally people are just living for the weekend anyhow, which I don't get. Why wouldn't you want to be able to do things now, which is break away from that circle and save or build up or read a book, just to live healthier so that you can live a better way later on. If you sacrifice a little bit now to have a better future later on and to be able to live like kings and queens and the way that you really want to live, why not just sacrifice a little bit now? Because don't forget, what you've been doing at the moment, living on a lower income, hasn't worked for you anyhow, has it? So what is the point and what is the purpose? None whatsoever. So why don't you just try something different? Just think about that for a minute. Why don't you just try something a little bit different? That's going to be better for yourself, your surroundings, and everybody else that thought that you couldn't do it. Because people in the back of their minds, that they are thinking, you'll never make it. You'll never be able to do it. Seriously, they are. Because they're too afraid to try something different. Because they're too worried about what other people think. But they want to look good and look great, so they feel on the outside to look great for other people that they don't even know, and people that don't even like them, and you probably don't even like yourself. So why do that and be in the same situation? Because I tell you what, if you look how many people drive fancy cars, they'll drive fancy cars, and then where do they live? They park up outside a house that they don't own, and probably they walk in the house, there's hardly any food in the cupboards, but they're living from paycheck to paycheck just to pay off for a car to look fantastic and sit down in. Does that really make any sense? No, it doesn't. Because they're just living for other people instead of living for themselves, to try and make an impression on other people. Why make an impression on other people? Make an impression on yourself. This is where it starts. Do not live on a low income from nobody. Build yourself up. Stand strong. Stand firm. Stand in greatness. Because we've all got a talent. I don't care what it is. We've all got a talent to do something. But are you brave enough to push away from what you've been in for the longest time? Push away and leave them alone. And have your vision. Get away from the low income. Because don't forget, if you really think and believe that the government are going to do anything for you, you're living in cuckoo land. You're living in the same place that you're going to find a unicorn. You have to do for yourself. If you think you're going to get the breaks, you better be somebody who's running a multi-million-pound company if you're going to think you'll get any breaks. That's the only way you're going to get any breaks. Because if you look and see what's going on at the moment, has your life changed from Labour to Conservative over the years? Has it? Why are people living in so much poverty now? Why are so many people taking their lives? Why are people going to soup kitchens? Because you know that nothing has changed for the lower income set of people. It hasn't changed. But if you're all right going out there working with somebody else and they're just paying you enough money to survive on so that you won't quit because you're just getting a little bit. But why not put a little bit of money aside or have a little side hustle? You do something on the side so you can build up for a greater future for yourself. Don't care what it is. It could be making carvings. It could be selling marbles. It could be doing something on eBay. Whatever it is to make it a little bit more income because you can put aside to something that you really want to do instead of looking and hitting that alarm because you're on a lower income. And when you do hit that alarm, you know you don't want to get out of bed because the job that you're doing, you probably hate that job anyhow. And if you're not working, go work for yourself and find something that you can do that you're very passionate about. We're in this together. So all I can say is leave a comment, whatever the comment might be. We are a community of people that are like-minded, that are in the same boat. Let's get out of that boat and let's get into a ship. Let's get into something a little bit bigger so we don't feel so squashed and tight. So we've got some room to breathe. Because at the minute, have we got any breathing space? Probably not. But we are looking for better. So subscribe, leave a comment. Don't forget, Inspirational post by Leverson. Posting every day just for a conversation, just to get people thinking, just to get this social thoughts. This is what we need. We need social thought, like-minded people who want to move away from the standard living that actually people are in now at the moment. Why settle for rubbish? Don't bother. So let's get this community going. Let's have a conversation and let's just see where we can go with this and what we can do. Because are we living how we should be living? Really think about it, and that's what I'm going to leave it on. Are we living the way that we want to live? And if somebody out there is saying that, yes, they are out there living, I'm talking about the people on the lower incomes here. And these are, I'm talking to the ones that are living from paycheck to paycheck also. Are you really happy with the standard of your living? And if you are, you're lying. Because you can't be. And on that point, I'm just going to leave it there. Just be truthful with yourself. So with that, checking out, I'll catch you tomorrow. And hopefully we can all start from today or tomorrow. But you know what? Time's ticking. So let's just make that improvement now. Don't be living for other people. So on that note, I'll catch you tomorrow. Take it easy. Peace.